Are we recording?
We are.
Good.
And I looked over at it to verify because I can recall one dark afternoon where I, held forth on James Vanderbeek hilariously,
Oh, and it was not recorded for
and it was
posterity?
devoured. It was devoured by the void. But how are you, Michael?
I'm doing good. I had a really, really good Father's Day.
You succeeded.
Yeah.
You made manifest the dreams of your own father
No.
in a new generation.
No. In fact, I decided not to try to make manifest any of the dreams of my father.
I made a specific point.
Well, you always see and we went out to lunch yesterday, and I saw these dads they were out bike riding with their kids, and they were out.
And I was like, "Fuck that."
They go to the zoo. They all go do stuff. And I didn't want to go do anything. I wanted to stay home and play games with my kids all day.
Yeah, I got some of that.
And
I was gonna say you'd sent me a text and you're like, "Okay, I show you as being on Overwatch. Is that shit real?"
well, it was the middle of the afternoon.
What's never happened, I don't think.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, the kids, the rest of Brenna and the kids rolled over to there's an elementary school by us that is basically just sort of like our de facto park.
Yeah.
And it's also very close to a corner store, which means that beer is available. And that's a message I try to communicate to my children.
That leisure is made better by beer.
Well, that it's a vital fluid, and
Yeah.
it fuels their father, functionally speaking. But no, so they rolled over there, and then I was playing that. But Brenna's bike, like her back tire, has been fucked up, I think, for 2 years.
Is that a euphemism?
No,
Oh.
no, but I'm intrigued by the possibilities. But no, so we were able to get her tire off. Like I knew that she wanted it fixed, but I didn't know that she wanted it fixed like right away,
Okay.
like to use that afternoon.
Yeah.
But besting this, and it was fraught with challenge, but besting that back tire felt like an authentic accomplishment. But the reality for me is that I don't like relaxation. I'm just not good at it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
my dad is that way. He can't just sit still.
I don't know how to do it. Like I'm over there doing the dishes like for an hour, and Brenna's like, "I will do the dishes. Don't do the dishes." And I'm like, "This is what I want to do. I'm not being put out here.
Yeah.
Like this is how I want to comport myself. If I saw a bunch of dirty dishes over here, I wouldn't be able to relax." That's the funny thing is I keep thinking that if I do one more thing, I'll be able to relax, but it's not actually true.
It never comes to that.
No,
end
there never
point.
is. I can always find something to do. Maybe I need to make the bed, or if the bed's made, maybe the pillows are, at variance with the cosmic
Yeah.
constellation that pillows require.
Yeah, that is my dad.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You and I couldn't possibly agree on this.
No, I am perfectly fine taking time for leisure, regardless of the state of my life around me.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm glad that you can. I've derived a lot of benefit from you being able to relax.
Yeah, yesterday we did arts and crafts. We played Overwatch. Played a lot of board games.
Yeah, man, I played Overwatch with you and your crew, but I didn't know to what extent you were being serious or joking about Gabe's behavior on the mic.
Oh my gosh.
And so I want to apologize just as a fellow father for encouraging that behavior, which was, in his defense, very funny.
Yeah, but he turns into a goofball.
Oh, it's because his whole deal has been informed by these YouTube creatures.
I think so. And what I want him to do is, it's like that comic we did.
Which one? About the millionaire godchildren?
No, about Kara getting mad at him for running in and dying. He is very good at Overwatch and Destiny, but sometimes he gets goofitis, and he just wants to do something dumb or silly, and it's like, well, what if I just do this and go try this thing? And it's not,
In my home, that's called goof disease.
Yeah. I mean, they're kids. He's 11. I don't expect him to be a pro gamer, but I expect him to comport himself. Is that the right word?
I support you 100%. That's great.
And you're part of a team. That's important.
I love this, man. This is the funniest shit I've ever heard. So you're saying that
Why is this the funniest shit? These are life lessons. He is not just responsible for himself. When he's on a team with 6 other people,
oh,
what's so funny?
no, I was thinking about a funny joke that I heard
Yeah.
in another time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think that it's funny that like this is the space, like this is the
This
social
is what
space.
This is what I can do. I'm not going to take him out on a bike ride. We're not going to go out into the wilderness. We're not going to be Boy Scouts together. We're going to play video games together. But I still have to impart some of this fatherly shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this. I'm just saying that this is Overwatch is the new Trout.
Yeah, I can't teach him how to bait a hook or hold a knife right. Like that's not the kind of dad I am. We're not going to be starting fires. But I can teach him some things through this other lens.
Yeah, no, it's all true. It's all true. I just think it's funny, like not funny, haha, but
It is ridiculous. I will give you that.
well, no. We have to teach them that stuff, and that's where you are.
Yeah.
You have to
That's where we are.
that's the school.
Yeah, we were playing Hearthstone the other day, and then we went out to dinner, and I let him bring his iPad, and so
Oh, sure.
he's playing Overwatch with somebody, and the food comes, and he's like, "Oh, the food's here. I'm gonna cancel." And I'm like, "No, don't cancel. Like, finish your game. You're playing with another person, and like don't just quit."
It's so interesting. It's all these teaching opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, I like that. It's what's funny is just that this is always it hasn't actually changed that much.
No,
That's
I
the
don't
funny
think so.
part is that this is all the normal shit. It's like all this, so much has changed like superficially,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you still have to do this. You still have to involve them in trout-related, basic humanity studies type things.
Yeah, I mean, we went out. I would go fishing with my dad, but I still got lessons.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's all the time, right?
You
But it's
know?
just like you're teaching him these lessons about, treating others with dignity while he's throwing a hooked chain and dragging people 60 yards and then unloading a shotgun into them. Like there's
Yeah.
the idea that there's a moral component somewhere in here.
Well, like when his friend came online and he's like, "I'm gonna go play with Isaac." I'm like, "Well, I want you to finish this round with us.
Yeah.
That's don't just leave in
Yeah,
the middle of a game." And then he
some-
ends up getting he's one of the only people at the top to vote for.
Yeah. Yeah. Good on you. Hey, so we've got strips.
Oh, did you see my Reaper arts and crafts
Yes.
with the googly eyes?
Yeah. I could not tell from the photo that they were googly eyes, though. That's even better.
Oh yeah, they're googly eyes.
I thought it was just like the circles.
Oh no.
Dude, so Reaper's like...
Whoa. Yeah.
That brings me pleasure. All right, so we got all kinds of options here. So you think that we're written out like another month? Or another week? Like
What? No. Yeah. Well, I not just written, drawn. The comic. You have comics through Friday
just heaped up?
in your mailbox. Yeah.
That's delish.
Yeah, I know. So we're writing now for next Monday, for a week from now.
For the future. Okay. And we think that maybe the Hodor one, maybe the end of that week?
Yeah, I
That's
think,
safe?
let's say maybe Friday of that week.
Yep. Okay, can do.
What was did you get any good Father's Day presents?
Dude, I got the fucking bangingest present.
What'd you get?
For real, though. Here. Do you have your phone with you?
Yeah.
Here. I'm going to send you a picture of what my youths crafted.
Okay.
And you're going to be like, damn.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
No, you're going to be like, damn. Mork Krahalo. Send.
Is this an email or a text?
It's going to be a text too.
There it is. Did they make you a board game?
Yes. It's called Forest Adventure.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're all friends and you have to defeat this dragon.
Right.
It's a cooperative board game. But you're drawing these items every turn. Like lanterns and potions and shit.
Oh man, you got to post that,
Dude.
That's really
It's
cool.
fucking. It's 2 Live. This is like the 2 Live crew. But there's all these obstacles, and then some of the items you're getting in the cards are like things you need to supersede those obstacles.
Okay.
But the best part was that, it's like 6 and 10, right? And a lot of the big ideas came from Ronya.
Oh, nice.
So she's a kid, and so there's some things that she doesn't 100% know. So there was all this space in the design that while we're playing, we can be like, we're collaborating on the game design, just like we're trying to move through the board. We're like, oh, well, maybe there's this argument card where it's like they argue by this thicket, but like maybe you lose a turn, but you can use that to teleport partway across the board. Or we have the magic. She delineated fully 3 different types of swords.
Yeah, I see a couple sword cards on the table.
Yeah. But it's like the forest of non-existent ghosts. Like each of these places, it's basically like a grim candy land.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
was
very,
cool.
very pleased with that. They did a super good job. Oh, and I lost my coffee cup a while ago. And
You didn't
Brennan,
lose it. You left it in Van's office.
well, yeah, but I didn't have it anymore. And then, but then it was too late, and he'd had his mouth on it. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I thought that was weird. I guess it makes sense to me that every time you go somewhere, you just take everything that you have with you, and you take it and put it wherever you go, and then you leave it there.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
But I thought it was even more bizarre that Van would find a left coffee cup in his office and then just start using it.
Well, yeah, and then claim like the right.
Yeah, like a finder's keeper.
Yeah,
right?
claim right of cup. It's like it has entered my domain.
If I found a cup here, I'd just put it out in the kitchen.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, hey, this is my cup.
My cup now, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's I recognize a deep kinship with this cup. I don't think so. But strip-wise, we had a few on there. I think eventually there's going to be a World of Warcraft strip, like not a Warcraft movie strip,
Yeah.
but a World of Warcraft strip because they are fomenting a rebellion out there.
They really are trying to get people back into
They
it.
they are trying to get World of fucking Warcraft cranked back up. I mean, this is the thing, man. It's not even connected with the goddamn expansion.
No, they just
You know what I mean?
want to play
Generally,
WoW
oh, hey,
again.
you know what? There's a new expansion coming. I want to do that. No, they just want to. They just want to go. They just want to go back.
You can never go back.
I think that you are wrong, but that's okay. It's not the first time, and
What?
yeah, and you'll be okay.
But it'll never be that magical time again. Like it's
may
like
not.
high school.
It may not. Well, high school wasn't magical.
Well,
the
no,
first
but I'm
time.
saying for some people,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows about what's going on there? That's a horrible time.
no, it was a nightmare. I'm glad it's over, but
Right. But no, when it comes to this, I think that it is possible. What if you went back home, but then instead of living in the house that you grew up in, what if you lived in the next door house? What if you lived in the neighborhood you grew up in? That might be
Yes.
interesting. You see what I mean?
what does that mean?
Well, it means that, yeah, I've tried to go back in. I've installed it. I mean, obviously I own it.
Yeah, I've
Right.
gone back multiple times.
Yeah, but I have gone back in, but I have played my old character. I'm not sure that I can ever play Harridan again. Right?
Yeah.
Every time I've gone back has been like right after somehow a top to bottom redesign of the Paladin.
Yeah.
So every time I came back in, it was a complete F fest.
So you're saying start a brand new character?
I am saying if I go back and start a new character, because part of the problem is the confusion of them having modified everything, which I understand they did for a reason.
Yeah, your skill bar looks all different.
Yeah, it's all whacked
Your
out, or
bags are
there's
full of
abilities
shit.
abilities that I had don't exist anymore.
Right.
Right? So what if there's another way to do it where, if I go back there and I have like 6 bags and they're all full of shit and I don't even know what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of urethras in there. Like, they're crisp.
Right.
I'm not into that. I don't want it. And then I look in my quest log and it's a bunch of assholes ask me to do shit I don't even remember.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't do that. I definitely can't go back there. And honestly, it's contraindicated. It sucks. That sucks. But if I start fresh and I actually climb through,
Right.
and learn a character, because I've only ever played 2 classes in that game.
Yeah,
if I start a character and I go from end to end, that's a different. The conversation is completely different. Then I can't do Harridan, I can't do my dwarf, right?
Yeah.
But I could start a brand new class, and maybe even with one of the races that really weren't a thing when I was playing.
Right.
And then I'll learn it and I'll know, right? I think that is a way to go not home, but to the same neighborhood and be adjacent to it, especially if a bunch of my friends have also determined they're going to move into the neighborhood.
Well, that does change things. The times that, we've tried to go back,
You can't do
it
that.
hasn't been the whole group.
No. If there was a way for me to, it's like they have all those systems for you to upgrade your characters,
Yeah.
like to take your character and like, hey, jump 85 levels. We used to beat the shit out of you for this.
Right.
We used to abuse you constantly in your quest to gain these levels. Now just have them. Fucking
Right.
have them. Just take them, right? I wish there was an item that could let me take that character and bring her back to 0. Like that would work for
That's
me.
interesting.
I actually want the opposite of what they offer. Because
Clean
I don't
a
need
character out.
I don't
clean their
need
bags.
exactly. I don't. In the same way that you might take a character.
Yeah, but what's the difference of just starting a new character and naming it the same thing? Like that doesn't.
Because I have history with that character I don't want to lose, but I can't get to it because of all the cruft of all these years. I guess I could make a Harridan somewhere else, but I would love to basically here's the difference, man. I want to reboot the IP. I want to reimagine the IP.
Well, you do that by rolling a new character and calling her Harridan.
I could, but I would know.
Pfft.
I'd be just as likely to make somebody new. But that's what's up. That's what's going on with me. Anyway, long story short, I think that there's going to be more WoW strips, but they're going to be from this other. They're going to be from this other perspective, and they're going to be in this other continuity.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that in there, but instead of making it just Warcraft like the movie, I'm going to say World of Warcraft, because I know they want to get spun up tomorrow night, and I'm going to have all that shit installed.
Is that the plan? They want to start tomorrow night?
Well, he's going to kick a mail out here shortly that sort of says, hey, this is the server, this is what's going on.
I mean,
You don't have to.
No, I mean, Kara and I have been talking about it. Like...
Well, think about it.
It's just never felt like the right thing to do.
It's never the right time because there's so much work involved in going back to an existing character.
But also, I mean, that's a commitment.
It's only a commitment.
That
First of
game
all,
is
the
a
level
commitment.
grind is totally different now than it used to be.
Yeah.
But it's really only a commitment if you're like, hey, I want to raid. I want to be like, I don't have any illusions about being server first, raid master, leader.
Right.
I just want to hang out with my friends. This is just cheers. This is just...
You want to go where everyone knows your name.
This is just sorceress medieval cheers.
And they're always glad you came.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we know where that inn is.
You want to be where people can see that troubles are all the same.
It's vital, I think, for the listener to note that you have started watching Cheers, and so... so one is often exposed...
We're in the 3rd season.
...to materials of this kind. Anyway, so we have a case of the Genge. We also have...
Playing World of Warcraft would mean taking away valuable Overwatch time.
Yeah, it's like... Can you just imagine their steepled fingers at Blizzard?
Oh, geez,
just chortling.
I played...
Yeah, it's like, they can't decide which of our fucking games to play.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah. They've just... All they've done is cinch the noose.
Yeah.
All right, so we have... I want to do that strip later. We did... Kojima Unleashed. Did we ever end up doing the one about something being wrong at home?
No.
I'm going to leave it in there just for now.
And we haven't done the VR one, although I think there might be something now in this idea that
Well, which VR one? What do you mean?
Well, that Gabe just isn't sold.
Well, no, I think that you are sold. You can't physically do it.
Well, I guess that's true.
Like that I was talking about in the post, like those are two radically different positions. You're absolutely sold, but the human animal that you are is not compatible with this shit.
Yeah.
That is not the same at all.
Yeah, if I could do it and not feel any illness at all, that would be pretty rad. I bet it would be cool.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you that it is cool. I mean, I don't get sick in the Vive at all. I don't get sick in there. Or Vorv.
You don't sweat?
No. As long as I'm playing a game that
You
lets
don't
me
get
move
the VR
around.
sweats.
As long as I'm playing a game that lets me move around, and I have the two controllers for the hands,
Yeah.
it's great.
Okay.
Like I don't get sick. I can do that as long as I want to.
Well, I think there might be something in this idea of people are not going to know until they shell out, $400 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
And they're going to find out real quick
is that a metaphor?
if their body supports VR or not.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like every other part of it. I got the machine.
Yeah.
I think my computer supports it.
Right. Does
like-
your human body support it? It might not.
Yeah, maybe not. It's like, well, how do you find out? Well, spend $1,000. That's the only way to know. And then if you're wrong, what happens?
Well, you throw up.
Yeah, you throw up again and again.
Yeah.
You find a way to throw up so that it all goes into your own eyes. That's the new. That's the new hotness. But no, there may be something to that. Like I say, I mean, I like it.
But yeah, if Tycho's like, so let me think here. Gabe's like, oh man, the PlayStation VR, that's going to be bad. And it's like, what are you talking about? People, you don't have to worry if you're about your computer being compatible. It's the ultimate VR device. Your PlayStation supports it. You know that. Yeah, but does your human body support it?
Well, exactly. But also the idea, like there may be a thing where, and how committed is he?
Gabe?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not working. He definitely feels bad and sick.
But it has res.
I gotta
play res.
Exactly right.
VR.
I feel like the angle vis-a-vis res, because res is, like WoW or whatever, like res is a game that has come up many times over the course of the strip. Like res is a big deal to you.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And we couldn't have imagined, when we were playing res back in the day, we wouldn't have been able to picture the fucking receiver and audio setup you have now.
No.
There was no such thing as a sound bar.
We had the trans vibrator.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
Did you? I never saw it. Did I not see it? Why didn't I see it?
Why? What do you mean? Why didn't you see it?
Well,
I never used it on you, I guess. I mean...
Oh, no, never mind. I think I'm remembering something now. Okay. Yes, you did own it, and I didn't want to interact with it.
Yeah.
I made a decision. But what do they
VR
have now?
res.
Do they have it again? Oh, nowadays, you just like hold 6 axes, right?
Yeah, you probably just shove a 6-axis in your cooter.
In one's
One's cooter.
yeah, I don't
Get that rumble.
It makes sense. I get it. I understand. Why wouldn't you?
So Gabe's like, oh man, PSVR. Can't wait. VR makes you physically ill. Yeah, but they're going to have res.
Just say, no, we're going to build you a glass tank. And you're going to have to
in an aquarium.
And you're going to have to play it in there.
Strap on a feed bag.
Well, yeah, you know, it's the reverse of a feed bag.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite.
The bag that you fill as you play.
With food that you have eaten.
Right.
Of course, we needed some kind of a sophisticated rig. No, we're very intelligent people. I'm a very intelligent person. We can solve this problem.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's one of these things where a third party, like a Mad Catz or a Nyko, comes in with a VR peripheral that is a vomit storage solution.
Yeah, like a Fremen still suit. Like it processes the vomit.
Yeah.
It processes the vomit into water, Cliff Bars, and
corn.
What's that?
And corn.
And corn.
Yeah, I mean they make third party, shit for everything else.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is going to be. This is a problem for third parties to solve.
Yeah. I want to see a Mad Catz or a Nyko come in, and then maybe we design the vomit. What would it be called?
Oh yeah, I mean it's not going to be hard.
Yeah.
What are the classic ones? Intercooler, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they want to put little fans in your controller or something to cool your hands.
Yeah, my hands are so hot. I can't handle it anymore.
There's a subreddit for the Gear VR that I like to go into.
Oh, yeah?
Even though I can't use it too much.
You want to be a part of it?
I like to see what they're doing. And they take PC fans and attach them to the headset and have them blowing on your
eyeballs.
The phone.
On the phone
on the
itself.
Outside, or they put those gel cold packs on the back. They have like attachments for those.
Oh, on your neck.
No, on the phone, because the phone gets so hot.
Oh, it's not for your body at all.
Oh no, it's to try to keep your phone from setting your face on fire.
Oh Christ! I'm committed to this construct.
Okay. So it's got to be something that collects the vomit and then takes it away somehow, or.
Oh yeah. It's going to be sort of like those hats that have the tubes with the beer,
right?
Except it's going to be like a gas mask that has like tanks, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. So first panel is like, man, I can't wait to play Res on PSVR. So we had Res and then Res HD. What's this new shit? Res VR?
Probably Res VR would be my guess.
Res Infinite.
Oh, nice.
Did you get the sense when playing Res that it was important?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I always had a sense when playing the game that, I don't know, it was weird. Like, it was executed in such a amazing way. Like, it connected the music and the gameplay in such a...
Yeah, it was
such a robust
artifact.
way.
Like, that was
a
really beautiful piece of art.
Okay. And you played Child of Eden too, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. For the same reason. Child of Eden felt even more important to me.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play Res Infinite.
On PSVR. PSVR.
On the PSVR. PSVR?
PSVR? What are you talking about? We've determined that VR makes you violently ill.
Is it worth trying to make a joke about how you pronounce it?
If there's room, I guess.
Okay.
PSVR.
It's like the Flidsdemfer.
The what?
I guess Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs isn't like an important cultural document in your house?
No, it's not.
It's a really big deal at my house.
Oh.
You should watch it.
I've seen it.
Do you see the second one?
Yeah. There's a leak in his boat. I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
Amazing. That's the leak. All right. So, yes, I think that you can wait.
Your body is just not compatible with virtual reality.
But maybe you should. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Listen, I'm not the only person that VR is going to make sick. Now, this is a problem for the third parties to fix.
Yeah, Ty goes, at the end of the day, yeah, maybe this is a problem for third parties to solve. But it's got to be Nyko, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna avoid Res Infinite just because it causes me to vomit, sweat.
Makes me sweat and vomit, violently ill.
That might be a reason.
I don't know. I think that's a pretty good reason.
But yeah, exactly. I think that's a great reason. I'm not gonna miss a new Res.
Just because VR makes me violently ill.
No, it has to be specific.
Oh, okay.
Violently ill is not enough.
Okay.
Just because it makes me sweat.
Puke.
Like a hog.
Sweat.
And puke continuously for hours.
I don't know. That's a pretty good reason.
I feel like that's actually a really good reason not to.
Yeah.
But that face is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That petulant. Makes me sweat. Gonna make you sweat. What? Babe. No, you do it. It doesn't like, no, hang on.
What? It's not sweat?
No, it happens later.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, gonna make you sweat. Baby. We don't take control.
Let the music move you.
Sweat. Sweat. Now you got it.
Okay.
Thanks, pal. All right. It makes me feel like a hog. How funny is the word hog?
Hog is great.
It makes me feel like a hog and puke continuously for hours. I feel like that's actually a good reason. All I feel like those are good
I
reasons.
feel like those are good reasons.
I feel like those are good reasons. But at the end of the day, maybe it's a problem for third parties to solve.
Nyko brings you introducing the puke station.
Yeah, virtual cyber.
Don't let your revolting stomach get in the way of VR experience.
Yeah, exactly. Crude human body in revolt. I'm not 100% sure you're compatible with virtual reality, just like in general.
Now you don't have to stop playing VR to puke your fucking guts.
Yeah, it's like the still suit. I mean, basically, I wonder if making a direct correlation to it somewhere. It doesn't have to be in the name proper, but somewhere in there, the idea that it's a part of.
I like the canisters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. On the sides.
Yeah, like they just fill up and then you have to dispose of them and you get
You don't like that it would reprocess the stuff?
That's pretty elaborate for Nyko to come up with.
Yeah.
I mean, their shit is fucking taped together.
Well, it plugs into the USB,
Yeah.
right?
It's got to plug into the USB, sure.
For some reason.
Yeah. But maybe it's just like an indicator light that tells you when it's full of puke. I don't know if Nyko has the skills
it has to keep the puke cool. keeps puke cool for hours.
for hours.
Keeps vomit cool. But is the idea that it is doing these services, like, is that connected to the name in some way?
Yeah, maybe. The name has got to happen.
Vomit cool. Here, let's go take a look at the products. We have intercooler, data bank, charge dock.
Okay.
Is that the vomit dock?
Vomit dock's pretty good.
Shield power pack, power grip. Some of them are just named like vertical stand. I mean, I feel like that's not that weird.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah, that's the key. The idea that it's some kind of a dock.
Yeah.
The vomit dock.
Vomit dock?
No, because it can't really be a portmanteau. It has to be kind of rough.
Yeah.
Does it keep it cool, or is it mostly about venting it away?
I think it vents it away.
It just goes some other direction.
Yeah, maybe it sprays it out to the side.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
it just redirects it.
Exactly. It doesn't really do much, but it has a cooling chamber.
Sure.
But it basically is just setting it out, right?
The regurgitation station.
No, it's the RegurgiStation.
RegurgiStation.
I know I said no portmanteaus, but intercooler is a portmanteau.
Man, I don't even know what a portmanteau is. Is that a wine?
Yeah. Portman-noir. No, I'll explain it later. Dude, the RegurgiStation is fucking sweet.
RegurgiStation. Takes puke and redirects it. So it's just Gabe sitting on the couch.
No, and then Tycho is sitting next to it.
It's just being sprayed with vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all it does is it takes it and then just shunts it out to either side like a snowblower.
Exactly right. RegurgiStation. Is there any other details?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to have a little blurb.
But does it just show Gabe and Tycho?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
Gabe using it.
Cools vomit.
And redirects it away from the player.
That's right. Redirects fluids away from player. So what is the rest of their copy like?
Yeah, what's
Let's
their
see.
copy look like?
Let me find something here that is sort of like, I need the cooler.
don't-
Let me go to the cooler.
Don't let vomit interrupt your VR experience.
Yeah, here. The intercooler is the best way to guard against cramped, poorly ventilated entertainment setups.
Okay.
The Xbox One intercooler pulls hot air out and away from the system, keeping the console cooler while increasing airflow in tight spaces. Right, turn me on. Powered by USB, the built-in temperature sensing technology ensures the unit will turn on and off automatically without any prompting from the user. Well, thank God. While attached, the intercooler only uses one USB and still allows access to all the important ports on the console. Dramatically increases the amount of air flowing out of the console in order to keep ambient temperature cooler. Matches the decor of the Xbox One. Yeah, I mean, does it have to have that blue light? Is it like the PSVR?
But yeah, the idea that it pulls vomit away
Yeah, it has to pull vomit away from the user.
from the user.
God, I don't know where I can put anything in here about it cooling the vomit.
It might not need to cool the vomit, but it should definitely be USB powered.
Yeah. Requires one USB.
Vomit sensing technology.
Vomit sense. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, like the regurgit, god damn it. I wonder if the name of the strip is the RegurgiStation.
Oh, there you go.
Because that last panel might just, if you just show it working, I think it's better.
Okay.
Because obviously it's just going to shunt it away. Like it's not a true solution.
Well, yeah, what's the last line in 2?
At the end of the day, maybe it's a problem for third parties to solve.
But then how do we show that it's like a Nyko?
You'll have to, I mean, you'll have to see it on there. I mean, really what we're saying is that there's going to be a peripheral, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's as loose as you think, but I want to honor you. I want to honor your contribution.
I like the idea that we said like this is a Nyko, specifically a Nyko or a Mad Catz device.
Yeah, maybe it's a problem for Nyko to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Not Myco.
No.
Maybe it's a problem for Nyko to solve. Yeah, there you go.
And then I show him using.
Yeah, he's playing it, and Tycho's just getting the fucking. She's getting all shunted in one direction.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that.
Got it.
When I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release, get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray, and yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.